Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon, and we're having a look at Micro Street Scene Winter Season Series 32, and it's all about the small cars. Okay, C-Class, and it gets you the Ferrari 166mm, and Ottley Dash, Bathroom Gate and Ambleside Ascent are your events for this championship. And remember, if you do like Forza, if you do like this stuff, if you find this useful, drop a like, drop a subscribe to the channel, and I've got plenty of decent content. So these are what I've got. Right. Got the Isetta over 166mm, and unfortunately, the Isetta's completely unfit for this. The 166mm retails for about 8 million. And is a prize for completing this. So off to the garage I went and came back with the Elan Sprint. Okay, Lotus Elan 1971 C-Class Hero, made this up specially for this because there's no way I can say to you use a car which will cost you about 6 million when you've got something like this which is on the auto show. It's very, very cheap. I mean, extremely cheap, and this will do the job. So I went back, did it, dropped a tune for it, and this is the share code. So grab the car, grab the tune, and we can get on with this crazy little street scene event. Ottley Dash. Okay, cool. Well, we've got Ferraris, Lotus, Porsche 550s will do it, Morgan Freewheeler. Yeah, those sort of cars. And we want to be on highly skilled. And I've got traction on, I've got stability on. Because being C-Class, you can't really do a lot to mod it. And the one thing you certainly cannot do is put snow tyres on it. Because as soon as you put snow tyres on it, it puts it straight up into a higher bracket. So you have to be a little bit careful on this. And yeah, hence the stability and traction. How these guys are doing this in the Morgan Freewheelers, I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's called computer-controlled AIs tied to driver lines. They're not really sort of subject to normal physics. But sliding it round there. And I'm going to hit rewind because that's actually a bit of a mess up. And I'm not a fan of street scene. This is in the snow. And I'm not allowed to put snow tyres on it. Right, okay. And yeah, I went in wide a little bit there, but I'm still in second place. I'm pretty sure I can catch up with whoever this is in the front, but it's just going to take a little bit. So go around here carefully, up the hill. This is definitely not a high speed event, and you've got stuck in traffic. Okay, pass you. That's first place. So yeah, it is possible to do it in this car. It's actually not that difficult. You just need to be a little bit mindful of corners. Although I think that's going to be true no matter what car you choose for this and whatever tune you use for this, because there's no way you can put snow tyres on anything and keep it within the class. You have to run on regular tyres. So what I've had to do is sort of braking out, make the braking a lot better, and certainly give it a power boost as well. So hit the brakes around there, avoid you. I do not want to be hitting non-player cars at this point. Hard braking as I go round. Don't want to slide off too much, so for a bit of consideration and being a little bit careful, you can do this. And I do think that whatever car you choose, you're going to have the same sort of issue, so you might as well use a car which isn't going to cost you silly amounts of money with a tune which, as you can see, will definitely do the job. So nice bit of speed, build up some speed here, although I have got a sharp corner, so brake nice and early, because the last thing I want to do is slide off down the hills. So again, nice little bit of speed up to this one corner, nice early braking on that one. Cut the corner a little bit, but making sure I do still hit the smoke. And round towards the motorway. Okay, avoid that mini, don't want to be crashing out to that thing. Round here, And this stability and traction definitely does help it, because it's actually quite slidey even with this stuff on. But watching out for you. Well, you've tapped me, but it hasn't affected me too much. But it doesn't matter. I've still got my lead. I've still got first place. This is a one down here I do not want to hit coming up. And you're there, so I have to go a little bit wide. There's a lot of minis on the road right now. Normally you get a nice mix of cars, but there's quite a lot of minis. And the finish line is here. So first place, job's a good one. 20 points on the board. The little car that could, right? Let's get back into the map and see where we're off to next. What we got? Batham Gate. Okay, Batham Gate, right. Not one of my favourites, although it's street scene. I don't think any of them are actually my favourites, but we're here. Let's get into it, get into the championship, and let's get another victory, shall we? But they were very highly respected over here in Britain, because they're a nice little British sports car, pretty much made in someone's garage. But yeah, Lotus is a very interesting story, but I'm not going to get into that sort of on this one. But Lotus has definitely got a very interesting sort of story as a company. But pulling away, I'm in 7th. I've got these guys here past the Ferrari into 6th, being a bit careful not to spin out. And yeah, there's no way I would ever dream of doing this in a three-wheeler. This is sort of mad enough in a four-wheeler, let alone a three. Little drift round, I'm to slow down a little bit, but still in 6th place. Right, I've got a little bit of road. I can sort of get some speed up and try and get ahead of some of these guys. Yeah, I'm going to take 5th, that's easy, no problem. Okay, get this corner right, and I should be alright to overtake some of these guys in a minute. And I'm getting close to these. Yeah, I pretty much pulled, well, I thought I'd pulled 4th at that point, but obviously not. You just managed to weave it. But 31%, and you're all bunching up again. Right, so on that side, yeah, give you a little nudge, send you out a little bit, and I've got 3rd place. I only got this little freewheeler now to get 2nd, and you're blocking me, you're being a bit dodgy. But I'm giving you a push and getting past the Ferrari. So now you're in 1st, and I'm battling you for it. Right, you're giving me a nudge, but you've actually hit your brakes, you've slowed down, I carried on, I won. Right, let's not mess this up. It's coming around the corners here, doing a reasonable speed. They are pretty close to me on this, so I'm not sort of saying this is a massive victory. It isn't, but at the moment I am sort of pulling away. I can see the finish line on the mini-maps. It's not that far away, but I just need to be very careful of these corners, and you've got a couple of slightly iffy corners before we get to the finish. Hard brake, definitely hitting the brakes early, because you will slide otherwise. And onto the snow. Round here, that's not too bad. Only a pretty mild corner here. Okay, I did not want to hit you. Right, but doesn't matter. Let's get the speed up again. Let's go. That was pretty mild corner. Avoid you. These non-player cars are definitely a pain in the backside. They annoy the crap out of me, because you'll guarantee wherever you want to drive, that's where they are. But I can see the finish line here. Avoid you. That was a near miss. And another 1st place finish. So an extra 20 points, 40 points all in. And with one event to go, I'm pretty much rocking this. So let's skip through all this stuff and get on with it. Into the map, and What's next? Ambleside Ascent. Okay, right. Fast travel that way. And we can just get on with it. Continue championship. Continue event. Pick the Lotus and get loaded in. Ambleside Ascent. Okay, start race. Let's go, shall we? Onto the line. Go, go, go. That Ferrari hasn't even started. Never mind. Into 6th place. Let's pull 5th, shall we? Yes, pull 5th, pull 4th. And just these 3 once again up in 1st place. Couple of freewheelers. Hitting the brakes down, coming round here. Not too bad round here because this is part of a Goliath circuit. It's one that I do race quite often because it's actually really fun. And I've got these freewheelers. And yeah, you're pretty much running on pram wheels by the look of it. That's mad. You look at those wheels on those freewheelers and they are basically pram wheels. Right, you know, by buggy wheels, you know, you push babies in and stuff, right? And I'm past you and give a little bit of braking round here and back out onto the snow. Okay. Yeah, bad memories round here on the winter season. You got a speed zone round here which was driving absolutely everybody crazy. Because nobody could complete it. Everyone was struggling at it. I eventually did it. A lot of people eventually managed to get it done, but it wasn't for lack of effort and a lack of swearing. But yeah, definitely that was a bad winter season. And this winter season's actually pretty nice. There's nothing too sort of challenging on it. Nothing's going to make you sort of pull your hair out and sort of like shout at your screen or anything. Going up the hill now, of course, Ambleside Ascent, and well, we're ascending up the hill. You guys are actually quite close behind me, but there's pretty much no overtaking opportunities around here for these guys. So as long as I don't screw it up, they're not really going to be able to overtake me too much. So I'm just keeping going, trying to keep it on my line as best I can. And just coming up here, really, I've got this non-player car. Get past you, don't want to be hitting you. Give it some braking, take it carefully round the corner. And yeah, 82, 83%. Little drift as best I can around here, given the fact I've got traction and stability on, which is pretty much the enemy of wanting to drift. But coming up here, the finish line's there, and we can just go for it now. Hard accelerate, go for it, no problem. Just be a little careful on this little bit here, so a little bit of braking. And through the line, job's a good one. Another 1st place finish. So 60 points on the board, job's a good one, and this gets me the championship completion. Micro street scene completed. Bing, bing, bing. That's the levels of completion right there. And this gets me the legendary Ferrari 166mm. Okay, cool. A few credits. So that's not bad. So that is that championship out of the way. That's actually quite fun. And remember, if you do like this stuff, like what I'm doing, hit that like, hit subscribe. And until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.